The broomstick rotator stretch. So, as the name suggests, and as you can see I'm holding an object, you will need an object for this stretch, ideally a broomstick. It could be any lightweight stick long enough to perform this stretch. You could use that as an object. In this stretch, we'll be stretching one arm at a time, one side of our body at a time, but both arms, both hands will be involved. One as the one that's being stretched, the other as the regulator and as the assister of this stretch. The way to perform this stretch is you're actually going to start by holding the broomstick with the arm that's not going to be stretched, the regulating one. Once you hold the broomstick with that arm, the arm that will be stretched in this exercise, you'll actually hold the broomstick in this position, so that the broomstick is actually behind your elbow. So to show that again, you want to hold the broomstick not with the arm that's going to be stretched. Use the arm that's going to be stretched to go out in front of the broomstick and grab it from that angle. And now the broomstick is behind my elbow. The next step is to focus on pushing your elbow backwards. And this is the position that you're in. So first is to make sure that the broom is behind your elbow. Second is to push your elbow back so that it's in line with your body. And this is the stretch. To make sure that you're performing it correctly, you want to focus on relaxing the arm that's being stretched. Relax your elbow. The only part of your arm that should have some tension is your fingers and your hands to make sure that you're gripping that stick, that broomstick correctly. So grip it correctly, let your arm be loose, let your shoulder be loose, and make sure that the regulating arm is also gripping onto that stick. In this position, you will feel a stretch. In order to increase the intensity of the stretch, you will use that regulating arm that's gripping the stick on its lower end to pull the stick away from you. By pulling the stick away from you, you will increase the intensity of the stretch. You will feel that mainly around your shoulder, you'll feel it in your elbow, and you'll feel it somewhat in your forearm as well. To safely leave this stretch, you will remove that extra intensity that you added with your regulating arm to return to that starting position. From there, you will release your elbow. So we were focusing on pushing our elbow to make it in line with our body. Allow your elbow to collapse into you. From here, release the grip with the stretching arm. And then we're back to that starting position. We started with just holding it with the arm that's not being stretched. Now to show it from the other side. Now I'm going to focus on stretching my left side of my body. So I'm going to start by gripping the stick with my right arm. The second step is to go out in front of the broomstick, grip the broomstick from the top, make sure the broomstick is behind my elbow. The second step and the last step in order to get into the stretch is from here to push my elbow back to make it in line with my body. Once you're in this position, you found the stretch. Once you're in the stretch, focus on gripping the broomstick from both the bottom and the top. Focus on relaxing your shoulder and your arm that's being stretched. And if you need to increase the intensity, focus on using your regulating arm to pull the stick away from you. To safely leave this position, return to that neutral position, so stop that extra tension with the regulating arm. Collapse your elbow towards your body, release the top grip, and then we're back to that starting position.